Just finished making my cup of tea. Grab some water. Need to get a 1-month temp registration because I can't pass admissions. Dallas. Oh. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get started here, and our first bell time will be in about 3 minutes. Dallas. Ladies and gentlemen, as we get started with TWF, we have our first matchup. El Tigre de Papura will be taking on Captain Ripple one-on-one. Your predictions live if you want to. Six ads off rip. Dallas, 6 ads off rip, and then we get our I digress. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to TWF Turbo here on Thursday. We have our opening contest. We're going to see El Tigre de Papura take on Captain Ripple. These guys have been making it known that they want to be crowned that first world television champion here on TWF. Captain Ripple and El Tigre de Papura will be facing one-on-one here. El Tigre de Papura did defeat El Vacío on our last episode of TWFtv, and we saw Captain Ripple get the win over the Cactus, who wanted to try and win the new title that's trying to get some prestige and footwork underneath it. Captain Ripple proving that he has what it takes to lead these divisions, being a former tag team champion and a former junior heavyweight champion alike here in TWF. We'll see Captain Ripple go all the way, or will we see El Tigre de Papura beat him? Our match about to start here. Referee calling for the bell. The Hurricanrana takes him down with a hot start to this match, a springboard and the drop kick right to the back. Shalom. What up, big boy Troy? You see Barry Ripple starting off working on the legs. Reverse as soon as the match starts, as soon as the show starts. Oh god. Barry Ripple in control over here. El Tigre de Papura. Oh god. And as we get back to the action, we see El Tigre takes a leaping knee strike from that springboard. Barry Ripple in control after that leg drop. El Tigre pulling himself up, not doing the greatest here. Ripple working over the arm of El Tigre here in the opening moments of this contest. Our prediction is live, ladies and gentlemen. If you do want to bet your channel points, you got about a minute left to make your bets. $200 tokens on El Tigre de Papura. Man, I already started off the stream and I'm dizzy. Like I just drank 3 beers. What the hell? Enjoying my tea. Made some tea before we... Buffalo, Dallas is a homie. Graciously invited me over for a dinner party not too long ago, and former co-workers. He's the vicious Dylan Storm. The cover here by Ripple on top of El Tigre. Doomnibius and Cody Storm are also thinking that they deserve a name in that to throw their hat here. I even followed General T. Hell yeah. The running knee strike takes him down. Ripple in control of this matchup over El Tigre with the America's knee strike and the rolling thunder, or that. Even the girl he was playing with, crazy. El Tigre kicking out at a deep 2 count, proving that he's not out of this matchup, and Barry Ripple has time. I was about to play Warzone with them. Hell yeah, bro. I might go play some Warzone with Jonesy and Carl and Matt. What a suplex by Barry Ripple, showing that he's not going to give El Tigre de Papura any opportunity to breathe here in our opening contest here on TWFtv. It really all depends, man. Jonesy said he might be playing, if he's playing Warzone. If I have to update it, I'm not going to play Warzone today. At least on stream. But Jonesy and I might do some racing if his buddy Matt doesn't want to play Warzone with Carl. These guys just trading blows. Ripple in control of everything here, and a super kick taking down LT.
And I'm so sorry. I cannot sleep. I cannot dream tonight.
LT not in a good position. Takes a curb stomp from Captain Ripple as he tries to drag him into the corner. El Tigre not doing well, and El Vacío jumping the man who just lost this matchup here. Captain Ripple with the win here tonight, and El Vacío is lowering the cage, keeping the purple tiger locked inside. El Vacío had this plan all planned out, but will this be his undoing? Locked inside with, oh, the kick right down below the belt. El Vacío proving that he's a dastardly evil person here and will do whatever it takes to take out his enemies. Trapping El Tigre de Papera after his matchup. We're moving on to something we saw backstage happen. We saw something backstage when before everybody was getting to the parking lot of the show. We ended up seeing Jacob Morrison and Harrison Beef start throwing fists in the parking lot. These two have had a heated rivalry going on between one another, Harrison B and Jacob Morrison. Why is Jacob Morrison in his red and green attire? It's shot, but Harrison B was able to reverse it. Yeah, Troy, we could definitely start doing that. I would love to start doing the My GM on Wednesdays. Whether it be, and we can switch that up between if we're gonna do just you and I, or if we're gonna have Jake in there. We have our three-way dance of sorts, or our one-on-one. What a crazy hurricanrana by Jacob Surface here. By Jacob Morrison. Well, Dallas, you're never normally on when we have time for it. It's not that we don't want to play with you, bro. I would love to do a 4-player mode. We're trying to get this to be a weekly series. Sorry, I didn't use your Kafabe name. My bad. Harrison B in control over Jacob Morrison. I didn't mean to shoot on you, partner. That is also true. Whenever we get the 4 of us together, we could definitely do that. That's going to lead to some very interesting turn of play. The scoop and the slam break, the backbreaker by Harrison B on Jacob Morrison here. These two just fighting out in the parking lot, doing whatever they want. Nobody here to stop them. The draft with 4 people would be crazy. Oh my god, the trades. You were offering some crazy trades that we were not entertaining last night. I should not have taken that LA Knight trade for Finn Balor, but we'd roll with it. Yeah. As we see Harrison B being pulled by Jacob Morrison, thrown into one of those trunks, loading. These two warriors gonna be going back and forth. I'm surprised security never came to break it up. Bro offered me a dry handy for Cody Rhodes. The collar and elbow as Morrison being handed by Harrison B. Bro, you fucked me over last night. You really fucked me over last night with your player card. Yeah, I'm taking Roman Reigns. As Morrison going crazy. Morrison ready to take Harrison B and throw him into that ambulance and take him to the local medical facility. But not after he's not done inflicting more damage. These two just fighting backstage. This is outside our parking lot here at the TWF Arena in Cincinnati, Ohio. Harrison B just trying. You see, this is before anybody even got to the building. This is why these two are not in competition here tonight. They ended up putting it all on the line in this parking lot brawl. This isn't even the end of the rivalry. These two, Jacob Morrison still mad at Harrison B for knocking him out of that 16-man world title tournament. And the power bombs here by a Morrison, the core strength, lifting up the bigger man here and dropping him down. Not enough to put away Harrison though. Will this traffic cone be enough to stop him as he swings wildly with it? Harrison B now picks him up for a powerbomb of his own. Morrison not looking good here as his head laid up against that concrete. Dallas caught a Pokemon. Let's go, Daddy. I love this game. Harrison B flexing on top of the ambulance, waiting for Morrison to maybe even follow him up there. Oh no, Harrison running as he knew he had nowhere to go. Now Morrison taking his time to showcase himself on the spotlight. Maybe just wanted to get in the better position here, Harrison. As Morrison puts him in a crazy tarantula. Not a tarantula, the spider bite, I think that's what it's called. Alas, it was an intense submission that might have worn down Harrison B. Morrison throws Harrison B off the top of the ambulance, but Harrison gets up quick. Black Widow. I have a secret for next week. Hey, yo. A clubbing blow by Harrison B taking down these. I can't believe that these guys were able to fight for so long outside in our parking lot here. Harrison B just using that cone viciously. I think that these two might need to have a death match, ladies and gentlemen. Maybe an unsanctioned lights out match. A lariat by Morrison taking down Harrison B. You have a 5-week contract with some. I don't know who it could be. You pulled out some crazy ones, bro. Morrison using that cone. Cameraman not. He's an animal in the ring. The replays here as Harrison B being beaten down with that sledgehammer, but yet retaliating. Batista! The powerbomb, shades of Batista here. Slams him down on them. These guys all fighting. Harrison B might have been had the start in the war here, but Morrison walking away from this battle very high-headed. Up next, we're going to see Samantha James and Isabella Gibson go one-on-one. This Jacob Morrison guy seems like a dick. Harrison B and Jacob Morrison both fighting tooth and nail outside in the parking lot earlier. Nobody stopping it. Yo, yo, Mario. Making her way to the ring, Samantha James. The TWF Women's Champion at the end of 2K24's run. She comes back here in the 2K25 on TWF, ready, willing, and able. She's showing that she's the chairman of the TWF, or what she wants us to believe. This is our second official matchup of the night, as we saw Jacob Morrison and Harrison B fighting in the parking lot earlier, and that was a full 10-minute affair. I don't know who that is. We'll have to ask Matthew James. Sean Spears. Isabella Gibson, known as Mrs. Cactus, makes her way to the ring, being joined by her husband at ringside here. Formerly known as Ty Dillinger. I didn't know that Sean Spears. I mean, that only makes sense. Cody Rhodes and Sean Spears are actually friends. Samantha James and Isabella Gibson one-on-one here. Tyler the Cactus in the corner, as Isabella tried to run with a drop kick to knock her out. Collar and elbow. These two jockeying for position here. You know, the Cactus has his hands full being a professional race car driver. Botchamania. Shut up, Dallas. The hair slam pulling Samantha James down. The owner and commissioner of TWF, the Tyler the Cactus, right there at ringside watching as his wife gets her fingers bitten by Samantha James. You're right, they're not close to Emily Montana's level, as they're trying to get a win here to even prove that they're willing to go after the championship title here. The Cactus saying, we don't cheer for Samantha James, we cheer for Isabella. As Samantha James with a big knee strike taking her down. Let me put these pretzels away. My dumbass will want to eat them. The feet on the ropes here, as the Cactus getting fired up watching this happen. A V-trigger like maneuver by Samantha James. Olivia Vargas has a new gimmick, hopefully, if I get 2K25. Hopefully. I hope for you as well. Floats over, pulls her up quickly for the power bomb as the Cactus is like, hey, that was a fantastic move. And making short work of Isabella Gibson here tonight.
Here is your winner, Samantha James.
Samantha James with a big win over Mrs. Cactus. I mean, I get what you're doing. It just kind of seems that's what Samantha James is doing right now. Officially, the titles are on the line in a street fight, since these guys wanted to win by count out, and no official champions have been crowned yet. The Country Brawlers are going to be taking on RVD and Sabu in a street fight. Samantha James came out with a chair. What are you talking about? You literally asked whose entrance is that? TWF Tag Team Title Match. RVD and Sabu. The Country Brawlers. Prediction is going live, ladies and gentlemen, as they start to make their entrance here. Well, you know, Matthew's not here to argue, and I'm not going to argue on his behalf. RVD and Sabu making their way to the ring. ECW Originals and TWF Originals. They're looking to maybe get to the top of the tag team division once more, but we'll see, as they didn't get the job done against the Country Brawlers. They might be in a more familiar stance here in Cincinnati in this Cincinnati street fight. You know, Mario, just because you told me I'm going to like it, I'm going to hate it with every fiber of my being. Colt betting the entire state of Michigan on the entire you're betting the entire I'm just messing with you, Mario, as we see these Country Brawlers coming out to the ring, ready to get in a street fight here. The TWF Tag Team Championships on the line, ladies and gentlemen. We will finally have official champions. Country Brawlers won when the titles were on the line, but it was via countout, and the commissioner said that we're not having something like that. This is going to be a street fight if you guys want to keep fighting outside. Referee has their hands full with this one, going any which way, as we see Kevin Woods locking up with Sabu, and Colt Danielson going after Rob Van Dam. You know the Hardys are chomping at the bit, knowing that they want to get those. So Colt Danielson also has 4 Golden Glove awards. That seems like an insane amount. Cassius Clay, later Muhammad Ali, won 6 national and local titles, making him the most decorated Golden Glove champion. I mean, I guess 4. Fair. I don't know boxing like that, so I'm like, 4 seems like a crazy amount. Rob Van Dam throwing a stiff kick to Kevin Woods as Sabu springboards to the top. We have Sterling removing that turnbuckle pad. As Rob Van Dam grabbing that steel chair, might be looking for a Van Daminator later. Yeah, but Colt Danielson takes the steel chair. The big man. The big man Kevin Woods taking control of this match, throws Rob Van Dam into the corner. Sabu able to intercept the attack. Colt Daniels pulling Van Dam up quickly for a power bomb, but Van Dam keeping back up as Kevin Woods takes the assault to Sabu here. Yeah, they did. A package pile driver by Kevin Woods onto Sabu. The Singapore Cane thrown into the ring here. Colt Danielson and Kevin Woods all alone in the ring with Rob Van Dam. Sabu kips back up quickly. Still the idea of the blue ring mat. Van Dam kicking out. There's 3 minutes have gone through on this matchup, ladies and gentlemen. Nobody bet on the Country Brawlers winning this match. Crazy. They go behind by Rob Van Dam. Sending Colt Danielson into that exposed turnbuckle as Kevin Woods pulls himself back up into the ring here. Greeted by RVD and Sabu. The Giant is having to fight against the two of them. Sabu puts him in a sailboat and a reverse DDT right onto the chair. The Land of Extreme coming into play in the street fight here. Sabu with a burning hammer, insane, onto Colt Danielson. Kevin Woods throws Van Dam into that exposed turnbuckle and is thinking of something devious here while he's perched up on top. Sabu goes for the diving elbow, but Colt able to sidestep out of it, and this giant slam by the big man Kevin Woods following outside behind him. Trash can throws it right at Van Dam as Sabu tries to come and greet him with a chop. Impaler DDT. Falls count anywhere in this street fight. Going for the cover here. Referee sliding into position. No. Dallas. I love this game. I didn't catch a Pokemon. I hate this game. The cover by Colt Danielson on Sabu. Sabu able to kick out as Kevin Woods and Rob Van Dam still fighting. Colt Danielson joining in on the fray. Kevin Woods goes for a big attack here on Sabu, but Sabu able to sidestep out of it. The reversal. Sabu's fighting in no man's land between Kevin Wood and Colt Danielson as Van Dam getting back up. What a hurricanrana by Sabu, and Van Dam spinning the leg drop. Colt Danielson grabbing the table and slides it right into the ring. Referee going for the count. Taking a long time to get there. But Colt Danielson thrown into the ring by... On a scale of 1 to 10, how much do you love the Lumineers is crazy. Danielson able to break up the tag for his partner. The Mogul Sterling hasn't done anything really to impact this matchup here. He might play a key part here as they're fighting right in front of him. He might turn the tables on for his boys. A stop sign being brought in. Where did he get that? Throws it at Sabu as the table is being picked up. Removing another turnbuckle pad. Minus 20. Damn, Dallas. I didn't know you hated the Lumineers. Most match types. Van Dam delivering a stiff drop kick. Kevin Woods thrown into that exposed turnbuckle. The leader, the mogul of the Country Brawlers, might not be in the best shape. That drop kick viciously executed by Sabu. The table's being set up as Sabu might be trying to think to put Kevin through the table. The pinfall here by Rob Van Dam. I think it's, well, we have a male ref and we have a female ref right now, so. I was trying to do good about separating which, like, make sure that different matches have male and female refs. And your shitty city hats. Sabu setting the table up in the center of the ring, and it's lit on fire. This is your only tag team matchup here tonight. Alvin Brown, Gloria Jacobs. There's a table on a Famouser taking down Colt Daniels. And he kicks out just in the nick of time. That flaming table as Colt kicks back up. There's a pinfall by Van Dam here. And Sabu with a brain buster. There's a flaming table in the ring. I didn't think we'd get a flaming table spot. I didn't think there would be a flaming table at all. Colt Danielson not able to get there as they... Rob Van Dam and Sabu, the official first champions of the TWF Tag Team Division here. Winning them here on Thursday Turbo. We need to call Botchamania. You right. Sabu and Rob Van Dam with a big win here. We got 3 more matches on the card. Oh my god. This is just blowing by fast. What the hell? That's it, Mario. We're calling for the man. Making his way to the ring, the former world heavyweight champion, a former United States champion. Never mind, this is Cody Storm. Throw that on Botchamania while we're at it. Cody Storm makes his way to the ring. Dressed like Dr. Doom. No, what culture exists? Crazy take. Love it. I agree though. I like Botchamania. It's Watch Mojo for dads into wrestling. That's an insanely accurate take. Oh my god. Making his way to the ring, Cody Storm and Doom Nibis are both fighting, trying to get some momentum for that vacant world television title. Our world champion still celebrating his win. Hasn't been in action yet. But Matthew James challenged our #1 contender, Fergus Stonebridge, for the #1 contender spot in a tag team match. All the schlop content. BDWJ forever. Crazy. Also crazy take. He does have good compilations though. The Doom Nibis himself, the former Big Gabagool, the Big Salami, whatever cured meat of your choice. That's what he used to be known as. But now he enters our ring and heart. We need a Chris Van Vliet interview, the TWF staff. Same. Doom Nibius and Cody Storm one-on-one here. The prediction is live, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to get your points in, will Doom Nibius... Grognak isn't technically a staff member of TWF. He's an independent contractor. The elbow drop by Cody Storm. Running forearm by Jonesy Doom Nibius on Cody Storm. Big kick as these two. Hashtag never book Rimble. Go to hell. We love Rimble. You know, just for that, you guys gotta, next week, the Country Brawlers gotta face Rimble and Grognak in a tag team match. Hashtag we want Rimble. It's Rimble, the people's champ. As Cody Storm taking control over this match over Doom Nibius. There's 4K bet on Cody Storm right now over Jonesy winning, but Jonesy kips back up just to catch a lariat. Well, Steve, you're fucking dumb. Rimble's cool as hell, brother. I know Rimble's sold way more merchandise. You see Cody Storm putting Jonesy in that triangle choke center of the ring. Jonesy able to escape out of it. Rimble's funny. There's a reason we don't Steven Rimble wrestling IRL. That'd be a crazy good match. I'm not gonna lie. As these Jonesy taking these shots from Cody Storm. Cody Storm not keeping his Dr. Doom mask on. The chop, but I punched right into Jonesy. But these two trading. Jonesy versus Dallas. Jonesy with the scoop slam going up top. He might be looking to try to end it here. A diving splash, but Cody Storm able to dive out of the roll out of the way, and a big boot taking him down. I like the idea that Rimble is a real person, but Steve Hollywood isn't. A big splash by Cody Storm, but missing. Exactly, Jake. Rimble's always been there. And the diving knee strike by Jonesy, the big salami on the Cody Storm. The kick out. There's 4,000 tokens on Cody Storm. Anybody believing in Jonesy getting the win over Cody Storm here, you need to get your tokens bet on Doom Nibius right now. Doom better not sell my parlay. The knee strike by Jonesy. Referee starting their count, but Jonesy's not done. Going up top. But getting off as Dr. Doom getting in the ring. Jonesy looking for the Emo Boy special. The go to sleep German suplex holds the bridge. Referee slides into position here. 1, 2, and a kick out. Jonesy in control of this matchup. And the running drop kick right into the face of Cody Storm as Cody Storm rolls out, trying to create some separation, gets back in, and Jonesy just treats him to some chops right away. From Brett's rope, delivers an excellent forearm smash across the face. Going for the cover here, Jonesy looking for that finish, but it wasn't enough. Doom Nibis wants to put away Cody Storm. He's got his emo. Oh, no. Jonesy bounces off the ropes, runs right through him, and a dose of truculence delivered to Cody Storm. I think he might be done here. The fans in attendance here in Cincinnati, Ohio, are fired up to watch Jonesy get the win here. Forearm strike. Cody Storm picks up Doom Nibis. Doom Nibis floats over. Reverse DDT takes him down to the ground. Man, I hate this game. Cody Storm sent into the corner here. Scoop and a slam. Jonesy going up top. Oh, and he's looking to end the match here. The Dragon Rana, he calls it his salami pop. Referee slides into position here. Chat, this is over. 1, 2, 3. Here is
your winner,
Daddy Death, the Doom Nibis, with a successful win here tonight over Cody Storm. He said he's wanted back in the path of dominance. What a parlay win. Almost 8,000 channel points goes to fucking Jake. God. I get to keep my kids. Let's go. Tyrone at the track be like, Emily Montana, Kennedy Ann, one-on-one here tonight.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring from Fort
Okay.
Wayne, Indiana,
Making her way to the ring, the women's champion.
champion Emily Montana.
Yeah, Mario, you timing him out's not going to do anything. I'm just going to bring him back. As Emily Montana shows off her Women's World Championship, showing off the women's title here in TWF. She knows that she has that belt around her waist, but she knows that other women are in the locker room are gunning for her at every opportunity.
And her opponent from Indianapolis, Indiana, the Queen, Kennedy Ann.
You can say that's how it is, Mario, but if that's how you want to view it, then it is. But I do care about my actual friends. As Kennedy Ann makes her way to the ring, trying to face off against the women's champion in a non-title matchup. You know, she has a lot of momentum riding into this. The collar and elbow tie up. As Kennedy Ann showing the strength here, but Emily Montano starts immediately with a standing a standing Spanish fly over Kennedy Ann. The standing shooting star press. The kick to the head by Emily Montana here as this contest gets underway. A big punch to the head. And the backdrop suplex on the apron. Emily Montana's back has to be hurt. Troy's just vibing, working on my faction. Slamming her head against the ground. As they get back into the ring, referee still in position, not fucking being an annoying cunt. Thank you, buddy. 1, 2, only a 2 count as Emily Montana able to kick off the challenger here. He stiffens up that elbow and drops it right across the face of Emily Montana. But Montana with a quick roll up on top of the TWF logo in the center of the ring. Montana goes for a crossbody, taking down Kennedy Ann. Kennedy Ann knows what it takes to get to the top of the... Alvin Brown. She is. Kennedy Ann just knows what it takes to be the women's champion. She's been there. She's been the women's champion before, and so she wants to see if the pressure will crack her. But Emily Montana throwing caution to the wind, throwing her all around the ring. Collar and elbow tie up. As Montana throws Kennedy Ann down to the champion, showing why she might have won that 4-way dance for that championship. The belly-to-belly suplex. Ooh, excuse me. Sorry, taking a sip of my tea. As Emily Montana with the crazy overhead belly gut wrench suplex, sending Kennedy Ann down and getting the win over Kennedy Ann. Kennedy Ann saying, hey, wants to showcase some friendly competition here in TWF. And Emily Montana slapping the hand away from her and tells her this is her ring, get the fuck in the locker room. What a series of events as Kennedy Ann not gonna deal with it. Emily Montana wants to celebrate in the ring. Emily Montana, our current women's champion. Our main event matchup here on TWF is a tag team matchup for the ages. The James Gang, Nick and Matthew James, will be teaming up against a team we've never seen before. Fergus Stonebridge said he's willing to put his tag team or his world title opportunity on the line against Matthew James if the James Gang can get the win here. He chose Garrett Rogers as his tag team partner. We'll have to see how that plays out. Fucking sick. We love when the game crashes. This is a really fast episode of TWF. Continue show, main event. Who's destined to win? Predictions live, ladies and gentlemen, for this tag team matchup. Nick and Matthew James will be teaming up to take on Fergus Stonebridge and Garrett Rogers. Hot take, Edge held Christian back. WWE held Christian back. Edge was just a byproduct of him.
The following contest is a tag team match set for one fall. Introducing first, from Orlando, Florida, weighing in at 240 pounds, the Nightmare,
Nick James here tonight, teaming with his brother Matthew. We'll have to see how this our former World Heavyweight Champion feels like he was robbed at the Grand Prix Tour of Champions on last Sunday.
and his partner, from Orlando, Florida, weighing in at 245 pounds.
Makes his way to the ring, knowing he's amped. This is his first match since losing that tournament. He wants to get, and Fergus Stonebridge offering a chance to face the champion. He's the #1 contender as of right now, defeating Dylan Storm in that steel cage match. Matthew James, ready, willing, and able, slides into the ring. He's ready. Aiming with his brother. His brother's got a new look. We'll have to see how he does against Fergus Stonebridge and Garrett Rogers.
And from Chicago, Illinois, weighing in at 245 pounds, Garrett the Thunderbolt.
His nipples poking through his jacket. Garrett Thunderbolt Rogers in the arena, ready for this matchup. Waiting for, as he waits for his tag team partner, Fergus Stonebridge. Fergus Stonebridge going all the way to the finals, to the semifinals, losing to Draco Black, our current world champion. This is a man on a mission, a big man on a mission. But Matthew James saying that he felt cheated out of that world title shot. Fergus said, fine, you and your brother beat me and I'll get a partner and I'll put the title match on the line. A lot of high stakes on the line here, ladies and gentlemen. Will Nick and Matthew James get the win over Fergus and Garrett Rogers? $5,000 tokens bet on Garrett Rogers and Fergus Stonebridge. Will Nick and Matthew James be able to get the win here over them? On my last match of the first city. This is our main event matchup as Garrett Rogers takes a punch right in the face. Throws him over, and a knee strike by Nick James. Garrett Rogers, former World Heavyweight Champion and a former U.S. Champion. Never seen him in action too much, but he did bring the successful tag team to TWF High Voltage. Springboard Asai moonsault from the very top. Nick James in control of this matchup over Garrett Rogers. A wild Krabby, I want it. As Nick James with a reverse DDT, bringing Garrett Rogers' head down to that mat, tagging to his brother right now. Throws him into the corner. Oh no, off the ropes. Pochi Keth. Bruh. Matthew James taking it to Garrett Rogers as Garrett rolls to the outside, but the go behind. A lot in stake here. Garrett Rogers put into Garrett Rogers. Fergus Stonebridge put his number one title match, or number one contender title match, on the line here in this tag team matchup in our main event on Turbo. Matthew James wants that world title back more than anything else, as we're about to get an ad break. And Matthew James diving to the outside. The chops here is the James gang taking Garrett Rogers to school. Let's go. I love this game. The collar and elbow tie up is Matthew James. Matthew James and Nick James both knowing what's at stake, trying to keep Garrett Rogers away from Fergus Stonebridge. Knowing that if Fergus isn't even in the match, there's not a chance. But Garrett Rogers fighting back into the match. He's dragging Matthew and tries to throw him back into the ring at the 8 count. The referee's here, not knowing that TWF is supposed to do 20 count rules. Into the corner, and Garrett Rogers throws all of his weight into the corner there. Okay, Fergus, what are you doing, buddy? Matthew James able to get the better of him after nothing happened by Garrett Rogers. The tag into the big man, Fergus. Collar and elbow tie up. Sends him off the ropes. Matthew James fighting the number one contender right now. Going for the cover here. One. Only a 1 count. A vicious elbow drop. The quickness and agility by the big man, the 6'10", 450 pounder, Fergus Stonebridge. Matthew James not scared of the size and tries to take a bite out of the big man, literally by biting his fingers there. But Fergus throws him off. Matthew James kicks him right in the gut and tries to super kick him down, goes for the cover. Will this be enough? This is our main event for TWF Turbo here on TWFtv, hosted by Tagged Up Tyler. The cover here. Matthew James kicks out. Fergus sends it over the top and forearm smash right into Matthew James. Throwing him around at the ringside area and stomps all the air out of him, sitting right on the chest. Fergus Stonebridge throws Matthew James back into the ring. Nick tags into his brother, tries to fight the big man, but the big man pushes him off. The chops now, the reverse DDT, and uses the elbow to push him down. The stomps to Fergus Stonebridge. Trying to pick. Nick James picks him up for a package pile driver, ladies and gentlemen. Goes for the cover. Will this be enough to put him away here? 1, 2. As Fergus Stonebridge able to kick out, showing that he has the stones. Tagged by Matthew James, the man who wants that number one contender shot. A leg sweep, taking him down. Excuse me. Matthew James spears Fergus Stonebridge, center of the ring here, ladies and gentlemen. Fergus's world champion, #1 contender, world title shot might go away if Matthew James gets the pinfall here. But Fergus kicks out just in the nick of time as the fans here in Cincinnati roar with excitement. Fergus with a big boot. The fans in Cincinnati loving the tag team wrestling, the chemistry between these two teams. The teamwork on display. Garrett Rogers kicks the leg that Fergus Stonebridge had locked under the ropes. And now the boot watches to the former world heavyweight champion. The springboard moonsault. Garrett Rogers with crazy agility there. And he's going up top now. Matthew James up top, ready for him. As Garrett Rogers misses the leg drop. Collar and elbow tie up. Matthew James picks him up, slams him down. And might be looking for the quick tag to his brother. Here, Rogers sidesteps out of Nick James's attack, and the lariat taking him down. Collar and elbow. A rolling thunder Samoan slam as Fergus Stonebridge brought back into this match. Fergus dragging him to the corner. What does he have in mind here? Oh, the reversal. Nick James with a reverse DDT this time, taking the big man off his game. A hot tag to Garrett Rogers as Nick James looking to go up top. A shoulder breaker. Working over the arm of Garrett Rogers. Nick James, what the fuck are you doing? You got out of the ring, got back in it. Scoops him up one more time and a DDT. Center of the ring, Nick James not looking good as Garrett Rogers with a springboard outside and moonsault rolls out of the way as Nick James. Nick James springboard drop kick to Garrett Rogers. Only a 1 count as we continue on. Ad break ends. Are we all back from ads, guys? Welcome back. As I'm used to TWF being 2 hours. I don't know why this is only an hour-long episode. What the fuck? The tag made referee calls it and he sees it happen. Nick James showboating in the corner. Looks like he was about to kill the ref there. That big kick. Going for the cover on the Garrett Rogers as Garrett Rogers shoves him off. Collar and elbow. Garrett Rogers picks him up for the leg cross buster. Drops Nick James right on his neck. A powerbomb look. The powerbomb lung busters. Fergus Stonebridge able to save his world championship dreams. Collar and elbow tie up as Garrett Rogers sends Nick James into the corner. Makes the tag to Fergus. Holds him back as the big man lets loose a big punch. Collar and elbow tie up. Sends him into the corner again. But Nick James with the reversal. Sends Fergus Stonebridge off the ropes. And the discus elbow strike. Ref, he is using the ropes. And Fergus was in the ropes. A DDT by Fergus Stonebridge. And the punch in the back of the head by Garrett Rogers onto Matthew James. Fergus had it was ready there as he picks him up, slams him down with authority. What a power bomb. 1, 2, and Matthew James kicks out. Fergus thought he had it won there. Matthew might have had enough damage. Bounces off the ropes. The knees are up. Fergus didn't have it scouted. But Matthew James missing that lariat. Fighting from an upwards position. Trying his best. His Fergus with a reversal. Throws a big blow. Sends him over top. And Matthew James trying to send a message here. The clubbing blows right onto the chest of the big man here. Live on Twitch.tv on Tagged Up Tyler, TWF comes live to you every Monday and Thursday. As Matthew James turns his attention to Garrett Rogers and sends him into the ring. Stonebridge getting back into the ring now. Matthew James lifts him up for a violent ending. 1, 2. As just like that, referee, the violent ending, taking that world championship opportunity away from Fergus Stonebridge. The #1 contender is Matthew James now. Boo, boo, Matthew and Nick James. Fergus Stonebridge losing his #1 contender title match to Draco Black in this tag team matchup against the James gang, Nick and Matthew James. We'll have to see if Draco Black can hold on to that title soon enough. Let's do a quick rundown of our card. As El Tigre de Papura lost to Captain Ripple, and we saw El Vacío lock El Tigre de Papura in a steel cage. I know El Vacío has once more to do with El Tigre, and he's not going to let him stop there. Captain Ripple picked up the win over him, and will be challenging for that vacant world television title on Monday. Jacob Morrison and Harrison B we saw from earlier a brawl that happened in the parking lot where Harrison B wasn't able to take out Jacob Morrison. Samantha James got the win over Isabella Gibson, Mrs. Cactus. Sabu and Rob Van Dam are your new TWF tag team champions after Monday's shenanigans of a count out. These two ran it back in a street fight. Bella lost in a crazy fast match, bro. Cody Storm and Doom Nibis faced off once again, and the Doom Nibis showing signs of his old form, just taking the win here and will be challenging this Monday for the TWF World Television Championship against Barry Ripple. Emily Montana and Kennedy Ann had a match in a non-title matchup. Emily Montana took the win over Kennedy Ann here. And our main event, yet again, Nick James and Matthew James, the James gang, defeated Garrett Rogers and Fergus Stonebridge. And Fergus put his world title match on the line. Matthew James is your new #1 contender of TWF. Thank you everybody for joining TWF. We're gonna raid out because I'm gonna make lunch, and yeah, I'm gonna raid out, and we're gonna go make lunch. I'll be back in like an hour or two. All right, guys. Let's peace and love. Let's get it going, baby.